welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dr. Sarah Lynn. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and in today's video, I'm going to be trying intermittent fasting for 1 week. I'm going to be doing the 16-8 method, so that means I'll be fasting for 16 hours and then eating within an 8-hour time window. I've done a little bit of intermittent fasting before in the past. I've never done it though for a whole entire week long every day, and so I'm really interested to see how I feel doing it for a week long. The reason why I'm doing this fast is mainly to improve my digestion and gut health. I've had a little bit of bloating, nothing too bad. It's been better overall. I'm interested to see how fasting is going to impact my symptoms of bloating. So what you can expect in this video is that I will be measuring my weight at the beginning of this fast, at the beginning of this week, and then also at the end of the week. And I'm just curious to see if my weight will change and how much within a week. I'm just kind of using that as an experiment to see. Also just keeping track of my symptoms of like physically and mentally, just how I'm feeling throughout the fast. And then I'll also share a little bit about the supplements that I'm taking and of course some of the meals throughout the week that I'm going to be breaking my fast with. What I like to do when I'm intermittent fasting, as well as when I'm doing my longer 24-hour fasting or 3-day fasting, is I like to add trace minerals to my water. And this is just going to mainly help replenish the sodium and magnesium. It also has potassium in there, lithium, boron. So yeah, I'm just going to add 10 drops of this to my water. And I have it in a jar just so I can kind of shake it a little bit. So I like to sip on this trace mineral water throughout the morning while I'm fasting. Before I get any more into the video, I did just want to say a quick disclaimer here. Intermittent fasting isn't for everyone, and there are certain groups of people that you should either not try intermittent fasting or just proceed cautiously. And so these are going to be people who are under the age of 18. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, or if you have a history of an eating disorder or disordered eating, as well as uncontrolled diabetes and blood sugar problems. So anytime you change your diet or are doing a more restrictive type of diet or fasting, you can always consult with your doctor or PCP if it's something that's going to be okay for you and your health. I started my fast last night at 8 p.m. and so I'm going to be breaking my fast here at 12 noon. Alright, it is now 12 and here is what I'm breaking my fast with. I just have a fried egg, sauteed kale, onion, and tomato with cilantro on top, and a gluten-free sourdough bread that I made, a little bit of mustard, a little bit of pastrami, some avocado, and then some sauerkraut. This is definitely, for me, a way better option for a breakfast than having like a bar or something and then just end up eating more later. I will say I really enjoy cooking and preparing food, and especially when I have the time for it. And this is the sauerkraut that I just made, and you can check out that video too. Sauerkraut is just so good. Right now, I am primarily working from home, so I kind of have that added benefit of being able to prepare meals like this. I'm actually kind of in between jobs right now, so I'm just focusing on some online work that I'm doing, some continuing education, and I have a conference actually at the end of this week, a virtual conference. So let me try a bite of this now. That is so good too. I feel like you really appreciate food more too when you have been doing a fast. You really just appreciate having something healthy to eat, or at least me, something healthy to eat and nutritious that really is going to fill your body and just really be colorful. And so I always appreciate food more when I'm fasting like that. But yeah, I'm just gonna finish the rest of my breakfast lunch here, and then I'll check back in with you later and maybe show you what I'm eating for dinner and then how I'm going to be starting my fast for tonight. Alright, we'll see you later. It's now dinner time. It's 6:41 and planning on starting my fast again at 7 p.m. tonight. And this is what I have for dinner here. A salad, greens with some chicken, quinoa, avocado, a little bit more sauerkraut, and some tomato. So this is what I'm going to be ending the day with. I actually just did, I'm a little bit hot still. I just did a run along the trail, took a quick shower, and then made dinner. I also did have a snack earlier today. I had a berry pink delicious smoothie, and so yeah, I had that earlier, and I'm not really planning on showing necessarily every single thing I eat, but mainly just some meals here and there when I start my fast and when I break my fast. But yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy my dinner outside. And then if there's anything to report later on before I go to bed, then I'll do a check-in then. It's now 9 o'clock and I'm just getting ready for bed. I'm feeling still pretty full from dinner. I did go back and have a little bit more of the salad with quinoa and chicken because I was like, I wanted to make sure I was gonna be full enough. So I probably ate a little bit too much because I was almost trying to overcompensate, but I feel good, not too full, but yeah, just full. So yeah, I'm gonna read a little bit before bed and then we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. So it is a little after 9 now. So I slept in a little bit this morning and now I just have some coffee. It's just some black coffee and I'm gonna give this a try. I haven't had black coffee in a little while. I ran out of my coffee filters this morning. And normally I've been doing pour over, but today I did French press, so I haven't had French press coffee in a while. It's really hot. It's a little bitter, but it's actually, it's not too bad. I still kind of want to put my creamer in here, so I think I will just add a small little splash of that. For me, I'm not really too worried about it breaking my fast per se. I am curious because people do kind of have different responses to things. Some people, like bone broth, won't break your fast, like you'll still be in ketosis, and then other people that will break their fast. So it kind of depends on the person a little bit, and I've wanted to check my blood glucose and ketones before, but maybe in my next long fasting video I'll do more kind of like results like that. But anyway, yeah, I'm feeling good. I was pretty full from dinner last night. I stopped eating at 7 p.m. and then started my fast, so that means today I can break my fast at 11 a.m. So I think I will do that today. So I have about 2 hours and I'm just gonna get a little bit of work done. I'm gonna do some editing this morning and then yeah, we'll see you when I break my fast. Okay, it is now 11:21 and I'm going to be breaking my fast. I've just made myself a big bowl of oatmeal with some stewed berries, granola, and then peanut butter drizzled on top. And then the oatmeal, I just have raisins and cinnamon. Oh, and then some maple syrup too. I feel like the mornings so far haven't been that hard for me just because I don't get that hungry in the morning and I'm still having like my cup of coffee. I'll show you what I'm eating for dinner, and then after that I feel like that's the harder time period because that's when I get more snacky. But so far the mornings really haven't been that bad. I don't even really get that hungry. That could also be just because I'm kind of used to fasting. As you get more used to it, it's not as hard, which makes sense. And I feel like I've seen a lot of these intermittent fasting videos where people really struggle and it's really difficult, and I think that's because maybe it's the first time they're trying any form of fasting. And so if you haven't done it before, it can be an unusual sensation to feel a little bit of hunger or to feel an empty stomach, because I feel like as a society as a whole, there's just so much food out there and we're just kind of always in like an overfed or a full state. And it's a good challenge for yourself to, do a little bit of time not eating and having a little bit longer of breaks between those meals. Alright, so I'm going to enjoy this meal. I can't really talk while I'm eating, but we'll talk a little bit more about some of my thoughts on intermittent fasting and of course get into the benefits. Alright, now let's talk a little bit about the benefits of intermittent fasting. So you've probably heard some of the benefits of intermittent fasting is one, of course, weight loss. It improves your cardiovascular health, can help improve insulin sensitivity. It's going to reduce inflammation in the body and just kind of help with overall longevity, some anti-cancer effects, and things like that. And so I just wanted to touch a little bit more on the specifics of what actually intermittent fasting is doing inside the body and how it's kind of having these effects. And so if you're not interested in this or you already know a lot about all the benefits, you can just skip to the next section for the rest of my intermittent fasting experience. First, let's focus on cardiovascular diseases. Cardiovascular diseases are really prevalent and account for about 1/3 of all deaths in the US, so this is quite huge. And it might not be something that you think about maybe until like you're in your 50s or something or later, but the process of cardiovascular diseases and that atherosclerosis and the atherosclerotic plaques start when you're in your 20s and 30s. And so it's definitely something really to keep in mind when you're younger too. And what we've seen with intermittent fasting is that it actually decreases your total cholesterol and your LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol. And basically how it does this is when you're fasting, your blood glucose levels are going to decrease, and then the glycogen reserves in your liver are going to be used, and gluconeogenesis is going to occur where fats are being consumed in that process. And then we're also seeing fatty acids released from the adipocytes, the fat cells, and being converted into ketones during the beta oxidation. So there's multiple ways in which fats are being used for fuel, and that's having an overall impact of decreasing your total cholesterol and your LDL cholesterol. And both of those are really important factors in contributing to heart disease as well as atherosclerosis. And then with inflammation, we're also seeing a decrease in pro-inflammatory markers such as homocysteine, interleukin 6, and C-reactive protein. And those are all contributors to atherosclerosis as well, and just that overall inflammation in your body. So we're seeing a reduction there. All right, now let's focus a little bit on the metabolic effects of intermittent fasting. One study showed that intermittent fasting increases the plasma levels and secretion of adiponectin, which is a collagen-like plasma protein, whose concentration decreases in the course of atherosclerosis, insulin resistance, diabetes, and heart disease. Studies also show an inverse correlation between plasma adiponectin and body weight. Basically, the higher levels that you have of this adiponectin, which are being increased from intermittent fasting, is going to show a correlation with lower body weight and weight loss. And then there were also some studies looking at the effect of intermittent fasting with individuals with type 1 diabetes and type 2, and both of those, they actually found positive effects of intermittent fasting in those individuals and improved insulin sensitivity. Another interesting effect of intermittent fasting is that it's actually been shown to improve your circadian rhythms, and it has a synchronization effect on your circadian rhythms. And I wanted to show you this chart that I found was really interesting. Here in this chart, it's just showing you the fasted state, and then on the flip side is the chronic overfed state, where you see the Western diet. On the fasting state, basically with this circadian rhythm, we're going to have increase in beneficial bacteria, increased desirable metabolites, decreased gut permeability, and decreased inflammation morphological changes. And then basically when you're in this chronic overfed state, all those things are increasing your pathogenic bacteria, increasing gut permeability and inflammation. So with this intermittent fasting, we're seeing a positive effect on your circadian rhythms, which also has a positive effect on your gut microbiome and your digestion. So it's just really interesting and really exciting research out there on intermittent fasting, and there's really a lot of benefits to intermittent fasting. We'll continue on with the video. All right, so it's a little after 7 now. I finished having my dinner. Actually, I finished it a little bit earlier tonight. That was around 6 actually that I had my dinner. I just had like a Reuben sandwich with some avocado and veggies in there, and I also had a little bowl of cereal with some almond milk after that. And we're pretty low on groceries, otherwise I would have had something with some more vegetables. But we're gonna go to the grocery store right now, and overall I'm feeling good. And I've just been pretty busy these last couple of days, so I don't notice the fasting as much, but we'll see if I feel like snacking later tonight. But I'm pretty tired from being up late last night, so hopefully I'll get to bed earlier, and we'll just see you in the morning. Okay, so I thought I would just do a quick check-in here. I just took a shower and getting ready for bed. It's about 9:15. I'm just gonna have a little bit of a cup of sleepy time bedtime tea. And we just got back from the grocery store too, and I will say I was kind of a little bit tempted to have a snack because we got some kind of yummy snacks and food and groceries for their week. And so I was a little bit tempted, but I knew that I'm actually not hungry, and any of the food that I would normally want to eat right now isn't going to be anything that's really going to fuel my body or provide me a lot of nutrition. So I think it's a good reminder to be like, you know what, I don't need that right now. It's not something that my body actually needs, even though I might have a craving for something sweet or something salty. And yeah, so you can be able to sort of resist those cravings and feel good about it. And so I'm just going to enjoy my tea, do some reading, and then go to bed. Good morning, everyone. It is about 9:45 this morning. I'm just sipping on some tea here. I also have my water with the trace minerals. I'm doing that again this morning. I don't always do it every morning because sometimes I forget or can't be bothered, but it is great to do. And yeah, I did want to talk a little bit about water. So I drink a lot of water just normally, but especially when I'm fasting, like intermittent fasting or 24-hour fast or longer, it's really important to make sure that you're getting enough water. I usually drink this water bottle. It's a 40-ounce water bottle, and I have at least 2 of these in one day. That's 80 ounces, which is pretty great. And yeah, usually your goal for water intake should be about half of your body weight in ounces, and more if you're being physically active. And yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that real quick. If you're fasting, this is just your reminder to make sure you're drinking enough water for your body and for your cells. I'm feeling pretty good this morning. Last night I was a little bit bloated, and so that just kind of gives the sensation of being fuller. So this morning I'm still feeling pretty full, and it's really, I really haven't actually felt that hungry. It's more just like craving and trying to break those habits of having snacks at nighttime or having like something with my tea or coffee in the morning. But overall, it's been pretty good. I've been keeping myself pretty busy, and that helps. And I think today I'm going to make some pumpkin muffins. It is fall now, and we actually have like our first kind of fall rainy day. And then I'll break my fast around 11 today, and we'll see you then. Good morning, everyone. I'm just gonna say I'm a little bit tempted right now by my muffins that I made yesterday. Definitely pumpkin spice. They smell good, and they actually are really yummy, but I am resisting. And yeah, I don't really feel that hungry, maybe a little bit, but I'm definitely not starving. And it's just something that sounds good right now, but I'm gonna resist. All right, it's now 12:30. I broke my fast at 12 today since I ate like till 8 p.m. last night. And I had 2 of those delicious pumpkin muffins. And then now I'm having more of a lunch. I'm having the leftover quinoa salad and kind of like a Reuben sandwich with the sauerkraut on there. And yeah, this is what I'm having for lunch. Hi everyone, it is now the afternoon. I've just been doing some work here at my desk online, and I thought I would just do a little check-in. I'd say the hardest part of this intermittent fasting actually has been just the filming process of it. I'm still kind of really getting used to filming myself a lot and knowing how to set things up properly. There's still a lot I have to learn even about my camera and the settings, so that is something that's totally unrelated to the intermittent fasting. The evenings aren't as bad as I thought they would be, mainly because I'm full, and with the snacking, that's really something that's more habitual, and it's not because I'm feeling that hungry. So that's actually been a little bit easier than I thought it was going to be. And in the mornings when I wake up and have like a cup of tea or a cup of decaf coffee, that's still a little bit of a craving of wanting something with my coffee as I'm getting ready for work or doing other things. So but that's getting better overall as well. And then so this weekend I have a virtual dermatology conference, and I'm not exactly sure how much I'll be filming, but I'll film a little bit of that and how that goes with my intermittent fasting, especially like the morning sessions. They're going to be 3 full days of my online virtual conference. For dinner tonight, I'm planning on having some coconut curry with potatoes and veggies and some white rice. So that's what I'll be eating for dinner. I'm not sure if I'll do another check-in today just because I've been busy and it's just hard to like always feel like I need to be camera ready. But I'll definitely do a check-in tomorrow and I'll show you what my virtual dermatology conference looks like. Oh, and I'm also gonna go for a run this afternoon. I kind of think it's important to also see what someone's physical activity levels are like when you're doing the intermittent fasting. So I just like adding that in there. I usually do maybe 2 to 3 runs per week lately. I've been getting back into running. Okay, we'll see you at the next check-in.